WRPV 458, radio check, anyone? Well, I guess there's nobody home. You sound fine, Russ. Well, thank you very much. But just making sure. All right, I'll be on the side. 1 at 7 p.m., April 18th, 2024. This is Russ, WRPB 458. I'll be your net control operator, and Russ, WQXX 726, is your backup net control operator. Welcome to the 700 Thursday Night Net Break. This net is broadcast on the receive coordinate of 462.700 megahertz and the transmit coordinate of 467.700 megahertz with a PL of 100. Our repeater is located at Low Mt, Potosi, at approximately 6,200 feet. Break. This is a directed net. Please transmit only when asked to do so. The net is not to be interrupted at any time except for emergency traffic. If you are late to the net, you may check in at the guest portion of the net. With that said, does anyone have any emergency or priority traffic at this time? Please call net control. Good. Nothing heard. A couple of fun facts for April 18th. On this date, Paul Revere, a renowned silversmith, is better remembered as the folk hero of the American Revolution, who this night in 1775 made a dramatic ride on horseback to warn Boston area residents of an imminent attack by the British troops. The British are coming! The British are coming! And Albert Einstein died today, April 1955. He was 76 years old in Princeton, New Jersey. Break. Is roll call. I'll check myself in. Unit 1, Russ, WRPB 458. Unit 2, Rob, 0100.
Russ in the net, KAG0100, unit number 2, no traffic.
Got you checked in. Unit 31, the other Russ, 726.
This is the other Russ, Unit 31, WQXX 726. Good evening to all, and thanks, Russ, for doing the net. No further traffic, back to net control.
In here, too. Unit 5, Bob, 847.
Well, good evening, Russ, for the net. This is Bob, WRQD 847, unit number 5. I have no traffic.
And thank you for being here. Yeah, Unit 6 has a courtesy check-in tonight and for the next 4 weeks. So we'll move on to Unit 7. Phil, 583.
Hi, it's WRPD 583. Good evening. No traffic here, just listening out.
Logged in there, Phil. Thanks for being here. Unit 8, the other John, 581.
This is Unit 8, John. WRPK 581. Checking in from Silverado Ranch in Bermuda. No further traffic.
Clear, good signal, nice and clear. Unit number 9, Mark, 778. Unit 10, Robert, 991.
URQA 991, Dwayne and Rainbow. Thanks for doing the net run. Unit 10.
Appreciate you being here. Unit 11, Henry, 451. Unit 13, Joy, 257.
This is Unit 13, Joy, WRPI 257.
Thank you for everything you help us with, Joy. It's much appreciated. Unit 14, Jim, number 1, 921. Unit 16, Perump, Steve, 429.
Number 16, WRPI 429, over the hump in Perot. Good evening, Russ. Good evening to the net. No further traffic to this station.
Got a pretty decent signal on you tonight. Thanks for being here. Unit 18, Frank, 348.
Everyone, this is Unit 18. Go WRSW 314. No further traffic. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here, and I apologize. I was going to change the name on that, and somehow it didn't say, but I will get it done by next week, promise you. Unit 19, Gene, 426.
Unit 19, WRPV 426, Gene, Sun City Anthem.
Thank you for being here, sir. Unit 30, Brandon, 769.
769, coming in from Eastern Brandon Drive. Thanks for doing that, Russ, and good evening, all. So for the traffic.
Thanks for being here, Brandon. Hope work is going well for you, and you get a little break over there. Unit 22, Bill, 756.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Russ. This is Bill, WRPJ 756, Unit 22, from Sunset Green Valley Parkway with a 7312, no further traffic.
Thank you for being here. Unit 23, Carl, 939.
Good evening to all. This is Unit 23, Carl, WRNN 939, checking in position in Robindale.
Plugged in, sir. Thank you. Let's see here. Unit 24, Kirk, where are you at? 675. Unit 25, the other Rob, 571.
Russ and everyone on the net, this is the other Rob, WRQW 571, Unit 25. Checking in from Warm Springs and Racetrack, and no other traffic. Back to net control.
Checked in. And Anthony, 568.
Unit 27, Anthony, transmitting from Samstown, WRVI 568. No further traffic from the station. Thanks for doing the net, guys.
As well, sir. Appreciate it. Got a good signal there. Unit 29, Rick, 874.
874, this is Rick up at Nella. Thanks for doing that.
Gotcha. Good signal on you. Thanks for being here, sir. Let's see. Unit 32, Michelle, 426.
This is Unit 32, WROZ 426, Michelle, checking in at West Sahara and Jones with no further traffic. Good evening all on the net, 700.
Great to hear you, Michelle. Got you checked in. Good signal there. Unit 33, Albert, 518.
Hey, good evening, Russ. Good evening to the net. This is WRXQ 518, Albert. I missed my connecting flight, so I will be here today, but leaving tomorrow, and I'll be gone for 3 weeks. Thank you, Russ. No further traffic.
You missed your flight. That puts a wrench in things. I'll put you down for courtesies for the next 3 weeks as well, sir. Unit 34, Nick, 224. And I suspect we won't hear from 34B, Ramona, 224. Unit 35, Tristan, 478.
And everybody else.
Assuming that was you, Tristan, you got covered up there by some static. You want to try it one more time?
I guess 478, sure.
Enough out of that one, 478. Got you checked in. Thank you for being here, sir. I'm sorry there's some Alpha Hotel interference out there. Unit 36, Antonio, 683.
WRZR 683 Antonio. Into that train.
Thank you for being here, sir. Got you checked in. We got somebody running interference out there, but I was able to pick you out. Unit 37, Clinton, 498. Unit 38, Aaron, 937.
This is Aaron, WSAU 937, so South Maryland and Texas. Unit number 38, that's just using that sheet.
In here, sir. Got you checked in. Unit 39, Craig, 876. Unit 40, Don, 671. Unit 42, Eric with an AK, 422.
This is Unit 42, Eric with a K, WRAJ 422. Keeping everybody on the net. Thanks for doing the net, Rod. Nothing further.
Checked in. And Unit 43, Digital Bill, 525. Howdy, neighbor.
And good evening, Russ. This is Unit 43, Digital Bill, WRQL 525. Checking in from DI and Nellis. No traffic. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. Got you checked in. Got a nice signal there. Unit 44, Brent, 343.
This is Unit 44, Bill Quad, William Robert Voice Down 343, Spring Mountain and Jones. Really good signal from you. Glad to be on the team. Hope everybody is having a good Thursday and a better rest of the week. No further traffic, back to net control.
It's a pleasure having you here with us. Appreciate you being here. Unit 47, Ray, 717.
717.
Good week with the Roger.
You checked in, sir. All right, that's the roster as I had it. Are there any late or missed? Late or missed? Call net control. And one more time, late or missed from the roster. Call that control now. Okay, that is official. Check-in roster is now closed. Appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for checking in. Got a real short net for you here. Afterwards, I only have two announcements. The first one is the spring trade event's been canceled due to lack of interest. And obviously the only other one was, I'm going to ramble my mouth for a couple of minutes here about the history of Roger Beep. So give me a minute and we'll get started on that one. I think you'll find it interesting. Right? And does anyone else have any announcements, business, or any news for the net? Okay, very well. Last week after the net, there were a couple of us that were talking about the whole Roger Beep thing, the infamous Roger Beep, and I told the guys, I said, I decided to research it and see what I came up with. So I found out that there isn't really a real clear origin of where the Roger Beep came from, but I'll share a few things I found out. It seems like the popular theory is, wait for it, the legend goes, the Roger Beep originated at NASA during their lunar missions. Okay, well, maybe more than just a legend, but the distance was so far they needed a way to tell when the transmission ended. And here's a little audio snippet of what that used to sound like.
Hi, Circle, this is Houston. Contact. I know it's early for your H-45, but this is the only chance we'll have to check your net one because Hawaii is tied to a deep backup for the LAM. Can you support a quick reloading check this time? Certainly can, and roll some figures. Roger, I'll come at you right now. I'll count to 5 and back down again. Roger. This is Houston. Contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter 10. Houston, contact honeysuckle. Roger. Okay, we checked all 4 systems, and you go on modulation all 4, and key was a go. Roger.
Having fun out there, are you? But, so, if you were able to hear that, I believe you were, those little beeps are still used today, and then on at least the UHF frequencies. These beeps are called Quindar tones. Their purpose is to trigger the ground station transmitters when there is an outgoing transmission from Earth. Great. Mission Control Center, who is taking care of communications with the crew, uses its communication gear in PTT mode exclusively. We all know that means push to talk, and means he presses a button and talks as long as he wants to, and then he releases it. And when he pushes the button the first time to start the transmission, what you heard in the recording was the intro tone at 2.525 kilohertz sine wave with a length of 250 milliseconds. It's generated and triggers the ground station transmitters to transmit. And when he's finished talking and releases the button, a slightly lower outro tone of 2.475 kilohertz sine 250 milliseconds is generated to trigger the ground station transmitters to turn off. So in short, they're remote controlled trigger tones. This I did not know. That was kind of interesting to find out. Right? About the Quindar tones is that they were designed to signal the end of a transmission, like a courtesy tone used on many half-duplex radio repeaters, like this one. Although the astronauts may have secondarily used the Quindar outro tone to know when Capcom had started and stopped speaking, no equivalent existed for mission control because the astronauts keyed their transmissions locally, meaning inside the spacecraft, using either PTT or Vox, neither of which required Quindar tones. Additionally, separate radio frequencies allowed both Houston and astronauts to talk simultaneously if they wished, and thereby made a courtesy tone to minimize the possibility of both of them speaking at the same time unnecessary. Right? The Quindar tone was named after the company that invented it, Quindar Electronics Incorporated. So that was pretty much the standard theory I could find on the history of the Roger beep itself. But why is it called a Roger beep? Well, if you dive into that a little bit, you'll see that the phrase Roger dates back to the days of early radio communications, meaning that the message has been received and understood. Was the early spoken or phonetic term for R as it was used in the radio communications for received and understood, and used by military and aviation personnel during World War II. When the use of two-way radios became a main form of communication and the operators need a crystal clear way to spell things out with no room for misinterpretation, you may be familiar with the current NATO version of the phonetic alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc., and where the word R is Romeo. But for that standard was adopted in 1957, the words were a bit different, and the word for R was Roger. Right. During World War II, the phonetic alphabet was Abel, Baker, Charlie, Dog, Easy, Fox, George, Howe, Item, Jig, King, Love, Mike, Nan, Obi, Peter, Queen, Roger, Sugar, Tar, Uncle, Victor, William, X-Ray, Yoke, and Zebra. Wow, those are some mouthfuls. But the use of Roger as a confirmation has roots that go back even further. According to a blog post by Jacob Marion, in the Morse code days when sending long messages could be arduous, a useful shorthand was to respond with a single, meaningful letters. Responding to a message with the letter R, for example, simply let the sender know their message had been received. Great. When the two-way radio came along, the shorthand continued, but with the word Roger instead of R itself. Even though Roger has since been replaced with Romeo, and actually was Robert before it was even Roger, the widespread use of the two-way radio during World War II widely popularized the saying we still so casually use today. Roger that. So that led me to research another item, the courtesy beep of a repeater. Next week, we'll find out what that's all about. Be sure to tune in then. Thanks for listening, everyone. May God bless you all, and may God bless the United States of America. I now release the 700 network repeater for open and regular use. This is Russ, WRPD 458, timeout 726.
Roger that. WRXQ 518.
Do that, huh? Boy, that's got a long history behind it.
It would be weird if we said Robert now, right? WRBI 568. Thanks, Russ.
That, yeah, that just doesn't sound right.